Alani said, "Do y'all believe in monogamy?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
What was the hesitation?
What was the hesitation?
I had to think about it.
Why?
Why?
Because I just had to think about it. A certain person came to my head.
Do you believe in open relationships then?
No. But I'm open to like dating a straight guy, whatever, getting a hot bitch in the bed every now and again.
Well, that's an open situation at that time. But
Because I want him to cheat in front of my face, not with Keisha around the corner. And I got to see her every time I go get my Chinese food from the corner store, and she looking at me like, yeah, I sucked her man's dick. You know what I'm saying?
I did.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
You not feeling that?
We're going to go to Brazil, get us a little hot little Brazilian little bitch, pay for her, call up to her little service and pay for her, have her come in and send on her way. Until the next time.
I ain't here for that.
I'm not here for him having Keisha around the corner. They gonna cheat anyway. So you want him to cheat with Keisha or Melania?
Melania.
Right.
Jeressa, I feel it's all an example. Mind you, it's my opinion. But I watched my father and mother is what I admire more than anything. So if anything, being around stability should never... I'm sorry. I kind of get... I think that you need to rewrite that. Lindsay said, relationships between men and women are different. Relationships between women are different, and men and women relationships are different. Each will have their own unique dynamic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I say that's part. I think that's for any relationship, open communication in mind.
That's right.
Teacher said some people just aren't willing to put into work these days. They have these microwave relationships. That's why I don't work these days. So they said Trey Motel. So soft cheating. You're into soft cheating.
What is soft cheating?
What you just described was a soft cheating.
No, but we're doing it together.
But that's soft cheating. So it's mutual cheating.
It's like we're doing it together. I don't know if I'm going to call it like cheating. We're doing it together.
But why wouldn't you call it cheating if that's not being monogamous with each other?
But we both okayed it. Like, it's okay with,
So soft cheating.
Soft cheating.
Like I'm softly cheating on you. I'm not going to do it hard, babe.
A little light
cheating.
Soft. A little light.
A little soft.
Okay. So, some people...
Soft cheating.
Wait a minute, hold on. When it comes to a committed relationship, just don't entertain other conversations. Don't need to isolate yourself and change your everyday living if it's conducive to your relationship and your happiness. Just know your limits and boundaries and date someone who is content and not overly jealous. Mm-hmm. Marriage is like a job. Agree with the commentator. Go ahead, Ray, what you say?
Okay, so some people think it's okay to get to know multiple people at the same time.
It is.
However, do you think that's more conducive when starting a relationship? Like, how can you split yourself between 3 people and find the right one if you're consistently splitting yourself and dividing yourself amongst those 3? Because you're building connections and situationships with all 3. So how do you make that choice if you do something like that? And is it better to just choose one and work on that one at a time?
Interesting. So how many are you talking about? More than 2?
Well, let's say that you met Jeff, Joe, and Bill.
Why did you say Jeff first?
It's a name. So you met Jeff, Joe, and Bill. And you don't know which one you choose. You like one more, physically. Then you like another mentally. And then you like another one.
But that's the beauty, like Ray, I don't know where you're going with this, but that's the beauty of dating. You date and you entertain. Me personally, I can't handle more than 2. Really more than 1, because I don't like divide myself up like that.
That's the question. So
what's the most you ever talked to at one time, like as far as talking and dating?
Oh, baby, it was 4.
You gonna forget what you told him.
When I did, it got to the point where I was stumbling over my lies. Like,
But what if you just keep it real? Like, listen, why
are you lying? Let everybody know that you are not the only one.
Hey.
Because even though they're not the only one, you want to be the only one. You know what I mean? It's kind of like,
people are comfortable with that though. They be giving like, what?
And that's another question. Why do we feel like we should be exclusive and we should be the only person someone's talking to, but behind closed scenes and behind the door,
they talk to everybody? I'm kind of like that too. If you told me like,
I think that people, it's like, gay people, they feel like they cannot date. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? Gay people don't know how to date. Gay people just know how to suck and how to fuck.
So
no shade.
How do you date? What's the best and perfect way to date that'll actually lead to a successful and meaningful relationship?
Can we
not be
you build memory.
You build memory.
That's what keep a relationship, not like sex and stuff. You build memory so you can sit back and think like, oh man, we did that. Those are the moments that you build.
Hold on, Ray. Alright, can we all answer that question? I think how you can date multiple people. Maybe this one you talk to on the phone, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe there's one that you go out to eat with and stuff like that. You'll go to different restaurants. And maybe there's one that
you have sex with?
maybe. Alright? I mean, that's dating several people, guys, right? Am I wrong?
But you need to see. You got to see how each of them is in the outside setting. If you're only talking to this one on the phone, you're not really dating him. He's just a phone conversation. You got to take him out to see how he is in the out setting.
Ray said, I believe as we and I, mean in the ballroom community, we get older, we want something more. You think different, you want more, and aren't willing to settle for less. Well, at least I know I'm not. I'm 40 now with a college degree, working on another, and I'm about to marry the man I believe God will put in my life.
Congratulations.
Come on, Ray.
Who is equally educated and strive for more. So it's not necessarily gay love, but more like adolescent love.
So Ray, at what age did that adolescent love leave you and you were ready for that grown man love? Like, because I do think he's right. When you get to a certain point,
you want more.
You want more. You don't want just a
have.
Right. I cut up with this person. You definitely don't want nobody in the scene. So it's kind of like
you want that that comfort. You want to be like
you want your 40 acres and a mule.
Yeah. Okay.
You want your white picket fence.
Okay.
And your 2 adopted children,
that.
or maybe your children, whatever you want to do.
I think you guys maybe just start want to date and stuff. All these conversations, these hot conversations.
Just when was the last time y'all was on a date? What did you do and where did y'all go?
I don't really like to sit by the water. I like to talk. I like conversation. I like to sit by the water and talk. I do.
You sit by the water?
Yeah, I sit by the water and talk because that's how you talk. And it is.
That's nice.
And you sit by the water, honey, and like the breeze. That is romantic.
Okay.
Victoria said most of the black gay community does not believe in dating the traditional way. It's sex then relationship.
That's horrible.
But
I guess they want to know if it's if he a keeper or not, if he good.
But honestly, even though I hate to admit this and I hate to say it, you might not need to have sex, but I think it should be some type of disclosure between gay partners, because a lot of gay people, they got stuff that they don't reveal. And
like
they
what?
wait until certain STDs and stuff like herpes or worse, and they don't really reveal it. So wouldn't you gag if you go 3 months in and then y'all finally get to that starting point and then you catch this?
Well, see, that's why you're supposed to use protection.
No, even outside of protection. What if you wait 3 months to date this person and then you find out that, they got this big lug on one of their parts? How would you react? How would you take
big
that?
What?
A big lug?
Well, see, a mature person will understand it and deal with it or don't. I think a mature person probably will still kind of go for it, as long as you're doing what you need to do the right way, probably. It depends.
I don't know what the hell a big lug.
Well, that lost me.
Something on your show, the secret. Something that you're hiding, right?
Yeah,
like a secret, like what?
You just
he said
a wart. If you know what a wart looks like, if you see a wart while
but some people don't even know they have words, or they don't even know they have it. Like some people have HPV, but some people don't know.
They need to go get what?
And there is a lot of ignorance amongst the community. They decide not to go to the doctor because they're afraid, or they think that it's something that it's not, like a hemorrhoid, and then that you're being put at risk. So maybe those discussions should be had before 3 months down the line. So what are some relationship deal breakers?
How about go get tested together?
What about if the person not worthy to tell them?
That's my whole thing.
That's the truth too. Right.
Because I don't feel like
somebody just asked me the question the other day. So funny you said about being worthy about talking this and
right.
Yeah, like everybody's not worthy. They might even take it
the right way. They might take it to spread your business and
hey, we had this conversation. I'm gonna tell you about me. I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
Right. You right.
Like, hey, by the way, my name is so and so, and I have warts. What?
So when is the appropriate time to have that conversation, and what are some relationship deal breakers? What will keep you from being in a relationship with someone?
That would keep you. You just said 2 questions at the same time.
Well, whichever one y'all want to do first, and then I'll repeat the second one.
Some deal breakers?
Yeah, deal breakers meaning you will not go past the go.